get some things off my chest. Tough times, I hope y'all holding up. We gon' be alright, cause we always is. But I'm feeling like this.
How many mothers have to cry? How many brothers gotta die? How many more times? How many more times? How many more marches? How many more signs? How many more lives? How many more times? Take a look around. Can you see it now? Don't be colorblind, cause when they're killing mine, they'll try to justify it. Oh, each and every time. Playing in the park, taking you a jog, sitting on the couch, in your own house. Never seen a matter what we do. You think we don't matter, but we do. You got a problem cause the city on fire, but you're quiet when niggas die. Let the soul about the body that we bury.
Before I even get started, now I'm gonna let this whole song play out. What's going on, everybody? Bringing you guys another episode of Riding and Vibing with Black, Wrong Both Vibes. And tonight's topic is Black Lives Matter. And this topic right here is touching, man. It's real touching. I've been wanting to talk about this topic for a while. So, what we're gonna do, because we don't waste enough time, I'm gonna jump right into it. Kiki. Black Lives Matter. What comes to mind when you hear Black Lives Matter? What do it mean?
Black Lives Matter as an entity or a movement, I feel it's just a kind of play and ploy on black people's feelings. But the phrase of Black Lives Matter, it is absolutely true. Black lives do matter, but we as black people don't really value our lives. Like, we expect other people to value us when we're the first ones to devalue ourselves. And that's not all of us. I can't say 100%, I can't say 50% of us, but just like any rotten fruit, it spreads. So it contaminates everything as a whole. I say that because, I can say that my son lost his dad when my son was 4 to violence. I couldn't be mad, I couldn't be sad, because the same fate that he suffered, he gave that to people also, and their family had to feel that same thing. So he didn't value the lives of other blacks, and another black didn't value the lives of his. Does that mean that those people didn't matter? It doesn't. But you teach people how to treat you. So if you present yourself out like you don't care, then people are going to treat you like they don't care or that you don't matter. And I feel like the most selfish lifestyle can be the street lifestyle, because you're not worried about how that next family feels, and you don't worry about how your family is affected if you go to jail or end up dead, because that's a sentence for everybody that loves you. And that's the thing that people don't like to take responsibility for and speak. I understand some people who feel like that's the only way out, but then there's some people who just do it because they don't want to do better. So does Black Lives Matter to me? It does. But the way that it's put out as a whole, we don't value ourselves, which makes other races and cultures not value us.
I like that, Kiki. Normally I like to let everybody speak, but like I said, it's a topic I've been wanting to speak on for a while, and I'm gonna jump right into it. What Black Lives Matter mean to me, and I hope nobody don't get offended, but I gotta speak my truth. I feel like it's a joke, because I'm speaking from hurt, I'm speaking from pain. 2 years ago I lost my brother to black violence or whatever. And the way he died, he didn't go rob nobody and they was paying him back. He didn't break in nobody's house. My brother and his fiance and his daughter had just came back from Miami. That's all they did was travel. And my brother, he was a cool dude, man. He smoked weed. He never smoked in the house. And the night he died, he was sitting on his porch, right? Sitting on his porch smoking. And some guys ran up on him and shot him 4 times. And to this day, we never found out who did it. Now, we don't heard different versions of what happened. And the story that we heard the most was his neighbor apartment got broken into. And what happened, when the neighbor got home, he told the neighbor he seen the little young boys who did it. So the young lady said, if I call the police, can you get them a description? Which my brother did. And what happened, the night he told the police officer how they looked, the next day, the young boy went behind his house shooting up and down. So the neighbor told us, my brother went outside and said, look, why y'all fucking with me? I don't fuck with nobody. And the night he died, he was sitting on this porch. My brother was probably about 6'2", 300 pounds. He was a big dude. And they ran up and shot him with an AK. Now, to get off topic, he was my younger brother. What bothered me most, me and my brother had got into an argument a week before he passed. You feel what I'm saying?
Bad times.
And what happened was him getting into it with them young guys out there. He was calling me to let me know. But I was so naive, I was mad, I was headstrong. I said, you know what? I wasn't picking up the phone. I wasn't responding to none of the texts. So what ended up happening, I got a call from my younger brother. That night, he's screaming in the phone saying he dead. So once I found that out, I'm thinking, damn, maybe my brother did something. Maybe he did something to deserve it. Did he rob somebody? You know, that's my brother, but you don't really know people. So when I found out what happened, because he was helping his neighbor out, they took his life, right?
Got him caught up.
So with that being said, when you say Black Lives Matter, and I see all the Black Lives Matter movement, people march, as soon as the cop kill us, we want to march. We want to go burn out some business, but who gonna protect us from us? You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like it's a joke. Just a year ago, I seen an old lady get dragged out her truck, raw. It was on YouTube. They dragged out a black woman. They dragged out her truck and took her key and they pulled off.
Wow.
You feel what I'm saying? So because I didn't see nobody marching for that.
Right.
But we only want to march when a cop kill us.
Right.
You see all the celebrities. T.I., one of them. He marching with everybody. But I ain't seen not one person march when that little girl got killed.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So
Right.
just my personal opinion, I think Black Lives Matter movement is a joke. Shailene, how you feel about it?
First I'm gonna start off by saying I apologize for that, man.
Oh yeah,
You know,
appreciate it.
that touched my heart in a different way. That's crazy. Dang. But I'm on both sides on this one. I can't make a determination. Black Lives Matter, when I hear it, I think that we're not educated enough on what Black Lives Matter really means. We don't know our backgrounds. We gotta love ourselves first. I'm not just saying as an individual, as a black person and stuff. You gotta want more. I didn't really learn about black history until I went to college. Because in school, they only teach you Columbus, you know, they teach you their,
What they want you to know.
right, they teach you their part of the history book. So when I was in that exploring stage in college or whatever, I actually wanted to know, what about black lives? And then when I realized that black people, us as black people, we started a lot of stuff, but then the white person took it from us because we didn't have the what? Education. We didn't have an outline on how we was going to get it out because we didn't know, because they deprived us from education. But then on the flip side, I feel that we use Black Lives Matter and black this, black that as in a crutch to blame it on the white people and why we're lazy ourselves. I do agree with Kiki when she said, how could you say Black Lives Matter and we don't even care about ourselves? If I can knock my own brother off or my own sister off, or if I can bad talk her because I know she trying to get ahead or doing something, you know what I'm saying? That means if I'm going against my own race, that means I don't care about myself as well. So I'm still kind of shook. I'm new. I think I gotta say I'm neutral on that movement, and I feel like, in honesty, all lives matter, and not just the same way we act is the same way black Chinese people act, Trinidadian people act, Haitian people act, white people act. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody separates themselves. I think, like I say again, all lives matter as a whole, not just one individual. And it starts with us. But until everybody in every race and everything get on the same page and just say we just straight human, because humankind is everywhere. It don't have a color. We all human. Until we all get on the same place, ain't nothing gonna change. That's how I
Appreciate
feel.
that. Big Will, how you feel about it, bro?
Well, first off, I'm gonna say the Black Lives Matter entity. I'm gonna tell everybody as well as all y'all, do your research. The Black Lives Matter movement as a whole, I do not respect and I do not support. Reason being, the number one reason, there's a white person at the top of that totem pole that is calling the shots, that he's giving these people a certain agenda to go for. He's giving them certain motives to so-called fight for. You see what I'm saying?
The leeway and the leverage.
Oh yeah, and he's funding everything.
Leeway and the leverage. You
Now,
don't know what's going on.
I want y'all to pay attention to something. The Black Lives Matter movement, and I'm gonna speak on the rest of that in a second, but just the Black Lives Matter movement, it was started a few years ago. Now, of course, Trump was already in office. And I feel like, my personal opinion, it was like a political stunt. Whoever this guy is, who is the head of the Black Lives Matter movement, was put in place for a reason. It was, I feel like, to get all black folks riled up, to get us to, okay, we sick of the police killing us. The thing is, man, the people been killing us. Think about all the people who done died back before the camera phones and all that stuff, who are not accounted for, who we don't know about, right? All right, it's been happening. It's people, I'm talking about whole families that have been wiped out that we don't even know about. So just because it's televised now, it's being caught on people recording, on film and stuff, people recording, and it's like, I mean, of course, shit, if you look at the TV or you look at YouTube or you look at anything, on social media, and you see a black person getting gunned down by the police, and especially if it's like something that's unjustified, it's gonna send you into a rage, like, damn, they ain't have to do that. But when you get everybody as a whole, like, getting mad about the shit, you have people in the uproar. So then you have politicians and all this type of shit, like, okay, well, we can step in and we can help, we can do this. Vote for me, and, I'm gonna make sure that the police pay for what they do or whatever, this and that. And, like, in my opinion, that's what the whole movement has to do with. You know what I'm saying? Like people, it's like their own agenda. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as us as a people, we lost out here. We lost out here completely. We don't know where we come from. We don't know who we really supposed to pray to. We don't know any of that. We only know what we're taught. I spoke about this on the last.
That part.
We only know what we're taught. So if we put in this bubble, matter of fact, hold on, pause right there. We're gonna take it back to the housing projects. Housing project. It was a project developed by white folks. We're gonna put these apartment buildings here. We're gonna, put the housing authority on here. We're gonna stick these folks in here. We're gonna see what happens.
He on it.
It is an experiment.
He on it.
It started from the beginning.
I live in the projects.
Hold on.
One level, in 12 apartments.
Right.
All on top of each other.
Right.
Piss in the hallways, incinerated, not working.
Rats and shit, roaches, all that. So it's like, these folk been experimenting with us for a long time.
We their lab rats.
If you put us in a situation, and then, like, even if you take a few people out of the project, give them some money, move them out to the suburbs or whatever, like what unless that person has the willpower to want to change for the better or want to take themselves out of that situation or out of that mentality, it's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't know where to start or where to begin because shit. I mean, hell, we lost. Yeah, like you don't have no starting point. It's like, damn, okay, I came from the project, so you got a motherfucker who can come from the project and fuck around and get a loft downtown. They feel like they done made it. You know what I'm saying? They got 30,000 in the bank. They feel like they up. You feel what I'm saying? But don't know shit about credit. Don't know nothing about wealth. Fuck being rich. They don't know nothing about wealth. So it's like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like we don't have a starting point. So us as black folks as a whole, like we can't. I'm not even gonna say we can't. It's hard for a lot of us to try to even develop like that mentality. Yeah, that mentality to even get to you know trying to self-worth and all this other shit. That's why you got so many men out here, you know what I'm saying, doing stupid shit, killing each other. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got women out here doing crazy shit, like because I mean we ain't got no starting point. You know, hear that shit outside? You see what I'm saying? Like it's you know what I mean? It's a repetitive thing. Until we want to change, like we not gonna see that change. You know what I'm saying? It starts within.
I appreciate that, Will. I appreciate that, brother. New York. Black Lives Matter. When you hear that, what does it mean to you?
I'm gonna be honest with you.
That's mine.
When I hear Black Lives Matter, it don't mean nothing to me.
Right.
And a lot of people may take that offensively, but I don't mean it offensively, in a respectful way, as the new trend.
Respectfully.
Okay? I don't really give a fuck about it. You know what I'm saying? To piggyback a lot off of what this man said. You know what I'm saying? Like, Black Lives Matter start as a whole. Right. You know what I'm saying? We have to first we have to understand the fact that we've been deprived. They took us from our language. They took us from our religion. They took us from our traditions. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't even know how to function just as a normal, despite the fact as functioning as a whole. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, Africa is like, is broken into different countries or whatever the fuck you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? You have your religion. You have your religion. You have your religion. You have your religion. I have mine. But at the end of the day, we're still whole. You wanna know why? Because when all of our religions are in sync, that's when we're the most powerful. And I'm not giving praise to a white God or anything like that. It's like, I believe in a higher power. You know what I'm saying? I believe in a higher power. It's no color to it, no nothing. When I lay my head at night, I'm like, dear Father. I don't say Jesus, God, dear Father. I leave it as that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, are you gonna hear what I gotta say or you not? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, we go against each other in so much for petty things. It be the pettiest. Man, it be like a grain on a salt grind. Like it be the pettiest things that we'll go so hard for. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's the part that bothers me. Right. I was like, you mad because niggas stepped on your shoe? Bruh. It's about 200 people in this motherfucker. How the fuck you think somebody is not gonna step on your shoe? Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, if your shoes meant that much to you, you shouldn't have been here. Right. Or you shouldn't have won. Because at the end of the day, you already knew that it was a 99.9% that somebody was gonna step on your fucking shoe. Right. You know what I'm saying? And if you're gonna take it to the point where you're gonna kill somebody for stepping on your shoe, but you don't even need to be at the club. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, not to expose my age or anything like that, but I'm 36. When I was growing up, like, OGs and gangsters and shit like that, they wasn't the niggas outside toting guns and had bags of weed or coke or whatever the fuck y'all young niggas do nowadays, because I don't do that shit. But it's like, them was the niggas that was like, We're gonna keep the community center open.
Yeah.
We're gonna make sure that the basketball tournament happen next summer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make sure, like, when the summer hit and school is out, the kids got free lunch, and they gonna eat lunch, and then they go ahead and go to the park and play for at least 45 minutes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when y'all say Black Lives Matter, it was like, do it matter for some political shit, or do it matter for like some real shit?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I'm broke as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I still got a vision. Like, I want to buy an abandoned neighborhood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I want to open that shit up, and I want to build a basketball, fuck a volleyball court.
Right.
Even though volleyball is a good sport, because I've played it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But from people from within
Right.
our ethnicity
Right.
and our bloodline,
Right.
we're more challenging. It's not that we can't do it. We don't doubt the fact that we can do it. It's the fact that it's like, bitch, it's not a challenge.
Right.
And that's where a lot of our kids get fucked up, and even us as adults, we get fucked up. Like, bro, I know I could do that shit. It's nothing to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're looking for a challenge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're not challenging me in any type of a way.
Right.
Black Lives Matter. We can march.
Right.
We can play songs, and we can do what the fuck is that really gonna do?
Right.
What is it really gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Like, it to me, at the end of the day, it's a fucking waste of time.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I want to be on some shit like Black Lives Matter, like, let's make it really about Black Lives Matter. Don't start at the suburbs of Kennesaw.
Right.
Don't start at the suburbs of Marietta. Nigga, bring your ass over here to the south side.
Yeah.
Bring your ass over here to the west side.
Yeah.
Bring your ass over here to the east side.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Show them. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I was going, we had PAL. You know what I'm saying? The police academy lead. You know what I'm saying? We had a basketball team. We had a swimming team.
Right.
We had all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But now when I come out, when I grew up, I was in New York. We had all that in New York. Out here, I don't see it. And I'm not trying to play the South down, because that's how y'all do the homecomings, y'all do all that. I've never experienced that in my whole life.
Right.
I appreciate that, but it starts from young.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Give them something to look forward to. Give them something. Y'all talk about Black Lives Matter, but you're not giving them nothing. All you giving them is gang, gang, gang.
Yeah.
In jail. They shot this, they shot that, they robbed this, they robbed that.
Right.
No. It don't start like that.
Right.
It don't. It don't.
New York, I appreciate that. Everybody, I appreciate, man, everything, man. Look, when I knew this topic was gonna be deep, man. That's why I saved it for last. I want to thank everybody for showing up, supporting. I want to ask everybody to like, share, and subscribe, please. And we out.
So.